Hi, this is Martín González with Realty Executives. In this video, we're going to cover the process of buying a property. We are in the city of Lakewood and the state of California. The first step in purchasing a home is one of the most important steps, which is making sure you qualify to buy the property that you like. So what does the bank needs in order for them to qualify you for a home mortgage? They're gonna need the last two tax returns that have been filed. They're gonna need the last two pay stubs of your employer, the last two bank statements, and a copy of your ID and social security number. After that, the bank is going to run your credit, and depending on your income and your debts, they're going to come up with the number that you qualify and to see what down payment do you need. After that has been completed, the bank is going to give you what is called a pre-approval letter. The pre-approval letter is going to show whoever you want to buy the property from that amount that you qualify for. So it's like having your cash on hand. That's why it's so important, because if you're the seller, you want to make sure whoever is buying your property, they qualify for buying the property that you're selling. That's why it's, to me, is the most important step, because that's where you figure out your budget. The second step is start looking for homes. We'll go house hunting. In this market right now, you probably have to see about 5, 6, sometimes even 15, 20 houses in order to find the right one that is for you. And in this is basically, you need to figure out the amount that the bank is giving you, that it will match up with the area that you like, and make sure that we are in the same page. Third step. The third step is, once you identify, let's say today we went to see 3 homes and you like one of them. The third step is making that offer so we can negotiate the terms and the price of the home. In this process, a lot of the times there is what is called a counter offer. Let's say you offer a client $300,000 and the seller says, hey, I'll sell it to you for $320,000. That's when the negotiation skills of a professional, that's when it comes in handy. Fourth step is opening the escrow. The escrow is the neutral party that is going to make sure that the seller and the buyer are going to do what they're supposed to do for the sale to be finished. So after you open up the escrow, you have to give a deposit that basically is going to be part of your down payment and closing costs. So let's say if your down payment is $15,000, you put $5,000 to open up the escrow. When it's time to close escrow, you're gonna put whatever amount is needed minus the $5,000. Fifth step is another one of the most important steps in buying the property, which is making sure the property. The bank has put safety rails for you to make sure you buy the right property. The first step is the physical part. The physical part, when you go look at a property, is maybe 10, 15 minutes tops. But when you do the physical inspection, you could be there up to 3 hours. So that inspection will look into the 4 major factors of looking at the home, which is plumbing, electrical, roof, and foundation. You want to make sure those systems are in good shape. So that's why we do this investigation. The second one is the appraisal. You want to make sure the property that you're buying is worth the price that you're paying for the property. So in this is another safety guard that the bank puts in place because it also protects them. You want to look at the bank as your partner. Let's say you put 5% down and they put 95% of the sale. So that's why they're so interested in making sure the appraisal is done correctly and it makes sense. Title insurance, that's the third safety rail that you have to go through, which is you want to make sure that the property has no other encumbrances and the taxes are paid and you get it free of any prior taxes or old liens or anything like that. From there we move to the happy place, which is loan approval, signing loan documents. That's when they're gonna verify the interest rate, and once you sign the final documents of the loan and has been fully approved, you move to the final step. The final step is the best one, is delivering of the keys, and you take possession of the property. Again, this is Martín González, President of Realty Executives All Cities, and thank you for watching this video.